We are back on the Rational Boomer podcast. Hopefully your day is going well. It is Wednesday by the time you hear this, but we are doing a TikTok live. You know how I love the lives. I did a Substack. Now we're doing a TikTok live. We're waiting for people to come in, and we'll talk to a lot of folks, some of the regular people on the panel, and then, of course, anybody else that wants to come in. We'd love to hear from you. I've said this before on Substack, and I'll say it here too. The success of anything like this, a live like this, is the participation from the people. You don't want to sit here and listen to me talk for an hour, hour and a half straight. That's dull as shit. We need some input. We need people participating and asking questions and making comments. Now, I'm going to check the files here, and two of our regular guests are with us. TJ the plumber and Rebecca. They are on the panel typically, and they're also moderators, which is unfortunately a necessary situation here. TJ, what's up with you today?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little beat down, but I'm making it.
Beat down why?
Just work and doing some stuff after work, and
Oh, okay. Well, next we'll go to Rebecca. Rebecca, who is TJ's wife, or he's her husband. TJ says he's beaten down. This is nothing that you've been responsible for, I'm hoping.
No, I worked both jobs today, so he barely saw me.
Oh, so you guys both worked out, and some asshole that's retired says, you want to stay up late tonight? We're going to do a live. And you...
Yeah, but...
You...
we like it.
No, it's fine. I don't have to work, run around in circles or anything.
Yeah, it's not physically demanding, and that's the best.
No. Well, I know at least with you, TJ, you get a little joy at blocking some of the Trump-lefucks and maybe interacting with them a little bit before you block them. Robert Smith obviously has never been here before. Robert Smith put in the comments, is this about politics? Yeah, I think it's going to be about politics a lot. That's kind of what we talk about here. So if that's what you're looking for, you're in the right place. But if you're not, you're in the wrong place. We've got a number of people coming in, and we're going to take some people on the show. We like to talk to as many people as possible. I'm wondering what you guys think about this whole situation with the Ghislaine Maxwell thing. I think I figured out what's going on here and how it's playing out. Todd Blanche goes to talk to Ghislaine Maxwell. Nobody gets to hear it because everything with Donald Trump is fucking secret. So he can mold it and shape it to sound like anything he wants. Then she's shipped off to an easier prison. That seems weird. That seems a little questionable. And there was only three people in this conversation. There was Ghislaine Maxwell, Todd Blanche, and Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer. But somehow it leaked out that Ghislaine Maxwell didn't say anything negative about Donald Trump. So I wonder who leaked that out. There's nobody to leak it out at this point. I think this is what the deal was. We'll put you in a better prison. You let us say that you don't have any bad things to say about Donald Trump, and you saw him do nothing badly, and that'll be the trade-off. I don't know if they'll ever bring her to testify or if she'll actually do it.
Here's my take on it. So they had their little secret meeting, and basically, this is my guess, is that Todd Blanche was instructed by his orange savior to delay everything as much as possible. And in exchange for that, she gets, a comfier place to stay. So she basically, she's going to, even if they, try to enforce the subpoena, her lawyers are going to try to fight it and delay it, and so she doesn't ever have to testify in front of Congress. That's why they delivered that ridiculous list of demands. It's just another tactic to try to slow it down.
Yeah, exactly. And the one thing I've pointed out about this whole Ghislaine Maxwell thing, that's not what the MAGA people and the Democrats are looking for. Prior to Donald Trump becoming president, MAGA wanted to see the Epstein files. Now, we knew better, but at that point, the MAGA folks didn't have any suspicions of Donald Trump being involved. They could not believe that their Lord and Savior was involved.
Right.
But Donald Trump got fucked up in his head because now his only goal is to separate himself and exonerate himself from Jeffrey Epstein. But that doesn't change the demand for the documents or for the evidence. That's not what they wanted in the first place. If Donald Trump wants to insist he wasn't involved and dumb fucks believe it, that's one thing. But they still want to see the fucking records.
Right, which is why they cooked up this scheme with Ghislaine Maxwell, because they can shift the blame onto her as opposed to, Pam Bondi and Donald Trump stalling the release of everything.
Right, exactly. And that's what this is. This is what it's always been. It's, really trying to distract, delay, divert, do whatever they can. This is what Donald Trump does. He runs the clock out. I think what has to happen is people have to consistently say, what about the Epstein files? We want to see the Epstein files. Now, definitely off topic, but I wanted to, no, it's on topic. You heard that the DOJ is asking for the files. I don't know that they'll ever get it. And they're asking for the grand jury files, right?
Yeah.
Grand jury files, what's in the grand jury files has already been public. So anything that would come out of that, we already know. But again, it's another distraction. But they also want to subpoena some people like Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton and William Barr and Merrick Garland, and they want to subpoena all these people. But the one guy who probably has the most pertinent information is Donald Trump. He's not on that list, apparently.
Wow. What a shocker.
That's a shocker. Do you think anybody's going to show up? Because what we found out during the last 4 years when Donald Trump was on trial and people were being investigated, that a congressional subpoena doesn't mean shit. You don't even have to show up if you don't want to.
Well, no, look at Jim Jordan. He never showed up for his subpoena.
Exactly. You don't have to do it. Again, like you say, this is all becoming just a big delay tactic, like it always is with Donald Trump. I'm going to pull somebody up here.
I think there's a problem with this one, though. Because usually this is Donald Trump's strategy, and a lot of times, even though it's stupid, it works. Because people, time passes and people forget, but I don't think that he can shove this one down the rabbit hole. You know what I mean? I
don't think he'll be able to distract from Epstein. The MAGA folks are just too bought into it. We've got somebody with us, Sultan of Change. Not much. How you doing? What's on your mind?
I'm doing fine. I'm just listening to what you guys have to say, and I agree. It is.
Hey, Sultan, could you speak a little closer?
Dude.
Can you speak a little closer in your mic?
Pardon?
Can you speak a little closer in your mic? You're a little hard to hear. No problem.
Okay, let me do that.
There you go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's a distraction, 100%. I mean, the guy is literally like reaching for everything he can right now at this point to distract all of us to go away.
Well,
dude,
that's what he always does. That's what he always does, though. When he gets caught in a corner, he says, look over here, look over there, look over here. The problem he's having with this Epstein thing is nobody's taking their eyes off of it. Even his own people are saying, what the fuck? Give us the records. But, this is what a narcissist does when they're flailing and they're backed into a corner. They just flail around. They freak out. They say and do stupid shit. And that's what he's doing now. There's no thought process to what he's doing. He's just grabbing anything.
Yeah, no, he is backed in a corner. And finally, I mean, God, I mean, he should have been backed in this corner a long time ago, personally, in my opinion.
Well, I
Not
agree,
even,
and he could have been. He could have been if the media did their job and asked the questions and forced the issue, but everybody let him off with a free pass, so he never got backed into a corner.
okay, so now what I'm asking, Boomer, is what do we do? Because, I mean, he seems to still be winning at this point, and that is annoying to me.
How do you mean he's winning? What's he winning?
Well, he still has he's the president of the United States, man.
Well,
So he's
yeah,
winning,
yeah,
right?
but he's not winning. I mean, the economy sucks. The questions about Epstein, everything. He's actually in the process of losing quite a bit. Yes, he's still the president, but because he's the president, it takes a little time to get this process to run through. I don't think he's winning at all right now, and I know he doesn't feel like he's winning based on how he's behaving. It's just going to take a while to bring down a president of the United States and get them to where they're either going to quit or they get impeached or he chokes on a Big Mac. I don't know what it's going to be, or he just goes mentally nuts.
Okay, that was funny. Jokes on a Big Mac. Wow, I like that.
I use that a lot. So
No, seriously though. Okay. So he does choke on the Big Mac. Okay.
yeah.
Then what? What do we
Well,
got?
then we deal with the next. Well,
JD
we got
Vance.
JD Vance, and we deal with the next problem. Too many people look at the whole picture and say, "Oh, this is insurmountable. I can't fix everything." The way I go about dealing with problems, I take the biggest one, I try to get that out of the way, and then I worry about the next problem. JD Vance is a much different situation than Donald Trump. J.D. Vance isn't quite the wild card. And the reason why the Republicans are having a problem with Donald Trump is he's easily manipulated, but then all of a sudden he goes off half cocked. He's a wild card and he does whatever, and he's not controllable. J.D. Vance, on the other hand, is controllable. He won't be a great president. He's a horrible human being, but he's going to be held back. Imagine this, Sultan. They want to pass a bill in the House of Representatives. Donald Trump calls some people and threatens them, and they switch their vote and they go Donald Trump's way. Do you think those representatives are going to do the same thing for J.D. Vance? I don't think so, because I don't think they even like him.
No. Okay. Good point. Point taken. I like that.
Go ahead, TJ.
Hey, did you happen to hear about the report that was done on U.S. nuclear weapons?
Which one? I've heard a few.
About the missile silos?
No, that's not the one I heard of, but go ahead.
Okay, so there's a story out there, and I forget where I saw it, but they did a study on a lot of the missile silos are out in like the West. So they're out in Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, in the north central west, I guess is the best way to explain where they are. And so they built a lot of these silos in like the 1960s and 70s. Right. And so they're 60 years old or so. And so they did, an integrity study on these silos, and they're just crumbling. They're falling apart. So after they did this study, I think it was last year or maybe the year before, they allocated money to rehab some of these silos because, you can't have nuclear missiles in silos that are collapsing in on themselves. That's not very
right.
Not a very good or safe thing. So they allocated something like $900 million to start doing this work to redig silos and build new silos. And guess what? The money got moved. It got reallocated.
To where?
So supposedly, according to the Air Force, that money got moved to spruce up Donald Trump's new jet.
Wow.
So he took the money that was earmarked to fix our missile silos and moved it so he could get his gold toilet in his fucking aircraft.
Now, I will say this. There was another report about nuclear missiles. And Donald Trump obviously heard you, TJ, about this problem with these missile silos. Because Donald Trump started talking today about a couple of things that sound ingenious. Well, it's Donald Trump, of course, the stable genius. He was talking about putting nuclear missiles on the moon. On the fucking moon. And then he even said, maybe put some missiles right on the White House. So he's figuring this shit out.
Oh my God.
Well,
I'm serious.
If that's where they put them, I know what I would like to see happen.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
Go ahead, Sol.
No, I'm just laughing at that right now because are you serious?
I'm serious.
Really?
Those are the stories I heard. Yeah. This is Donald Trump just saying shit.
The whole premise of this.
Well, I mean, that's all he does is say shit, dude. Okay, listen. I have a mother. She has Alzheimer's. Okay, she's about the age of Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. She makes more sense than he does at certain points. Okay, a woman that age of having Alzheimer's, and it's like, dude, the guy, he is not fit to be running this country, man. I mean, I don't understand why people think that he is.
Right.
Literally.
Well, right now, Donald Trump.
I don't understand it. Like, it's so unbelievable to me. It's just like, duh.
Right now, Donald Trump and the Republicans are running around with their hair on fire because they figured in a week the Epstein thing would go away, and it's not going away. So
no, it's not going to go away.
They're dumping out all these stupid ass fucking stories, like building the fucking moon base on the moon, and building a nuclear reactor on the moon so people can live on the moon. What the fuck? Like, who gives a fuck about any of that? They're trying every stupid ass thing to make a distraction, and it's not working. It's blowing
There's
up
one other thing
in their face.
There's one other thing. Donald Trump today, I don't know if you saw the video footage of it. A lot of people in the comments are asking about it. Donald Trump was wandering around on the roof of the White House today. So all could see, people are saying, what the fuck you doing up there? And he didn't really have an answer. He was just bouncing around on the roof. What the...
He was up there looking at that fucking ugly patio he put in.
The rose garden paved patio.
Wondering where his new ballroom's going to be.
Yeah, he ruined the rose garden by putting that fucking patio in the back. Destroyed the rose garden. He's up there fucking around on the roof.
You know what? Put a little more gold on top of the roof. How about that?
Yeah, he's
I'm sorry, man. He's out of step. And the thing is, Boomer, is I don't understand why people can't freaking figure it out. It's not that hard.
Well, I think most people do, but the Republicans are so afraid of him that they're just fucking. I don't know.
Dude?
Well, they're going to get primaried. They're going to fucking lose anyway, so you might as well get primaried. You know, when I look at Donald Trump, what he does with the Oval Office and what he wants to do with this ballroom, you got to understand he's got a specific plan in mind, and his styling is different than ours, of course, but he's a stable genius, and basically he's designing the White House in what we like to call mid-century brothel. And it's mid-century pimp. I mean, it's so gaudy and it's so ridiculous and it's so tasteless. Jesus Christ!
Somebody said
weird.
Somebody said
it's weird, and you know what? Here's the deal: who's paying for it? He's not. But I've got like people that are going to pay for it. No, you don't. We are paying for it. The taxpayers are paying for that new mid-century brothel.
Well, what's ironic about this is just a week ago, he was complaining about Jerome Powell doing additions on the Fed that were done 5 years ago. So, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, every time he makes a claim, an accusation, it's just it's just exactly what he's doing.
Yeah,
the guy doesn't even think logically.
And it was hilarious because Jerome Powell handed him his ass right on television. Yeah. It was classic. And he just stood there looking fucking stupid.
He did look stupid, but he always looks stupid. I mean, the guy is a simple-minded, inarticulate fuck. I'm sorry, but that's the best accurate description I can give of the guy. I mean, if he worked for you, or if he worked for you, you'd fire him. If you were in school with him, you'd pick on him.
Right.
That's who he is.
Yeah. Your mommy in the chat said, Trump puts the SA in USA.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Sultan, thank you for coming up. I appreciate it. I'm going to get a bunch more people up here. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, man. Thank you, bud.
All right, thank you. And, that's what we like to do here is we like to get as many people up to talk as we can. There's a lot of people out there that are interested in get their voice out there, and we're more than happy to do that. So we've got somebody else coming up. This young lady's name is Kitty. Kitty, how you doing? What's on your mind?
Hi. Oh my God, I've been following you. I love all your content. Just the true and the facts. The factual.
Thank you.
You understand? Oh my God, Boomer. So listen.
Kitty, let me just say something. You said you've been following me a long time. Just to show you how much I care about you, I haven't called the police on that. I haven't.
I mean, but like a long time for me is like, I'm going to say like 6 months when you really start coming across my feed. My feed.
Well,
And I got interested. I kept watching. I kept listening. I'm like, oh, yeah. So that's a long time to me. But it ain't been that long.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like, you are like getting your word across. And it's making sense too. Like, you can break it down in layman's terms so I can understand. You understand what I'm saying? And then I'm like,
Kitty, if you like what you hear here on TikTok, you should listen to the Rational Boomer podcast. You can listen to it on YouTube or Spotify.
Oh my God, really? Because I'm just like always on TikTok. Like,
well, you know what, Kitty? Not only can you listen to the podcast, this particular live will be tomorrow's podcast, so you're already on the podcast. So you might as well listen to it if you're going to be a guest on the podcast. And
I'm definitely going to start listening to the podcast. I don't even know. Do you have to download the podcast?
You don't have to. I don't think. You can just go to YouTube and play it.
And just go to YouTube. Okay.
Now, Kitty, let me ask you. When you first saw me and you said, "Hey, this guy's all right," was it because it was the novelty of this old white guy sitting in his living room actually making some sense, as opposed to the other Trump-la-fucks that are all old white guys?
Absolutely. It was absolutely you sitting in your living room and you speaking facts, like you spitting them out, and like I was like, now listen. I ain't the brightest. You know what I'm saying? I can't like use all these big terminologies, and the way you speak it out and the way how you come across, like I was like, oh, click the button on him, cause like yes, and like somebody needs to know the facts. Like if you don't know the facts, you won't fall for anything. And I like how you speak, and I mean, it's factual. And even when you do mess up, you'll be like, listen, okay, I said this. It wasn't true. It wasn't that day. But what I said was true, but it wasn't on that date. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I appreciate that, like, how you get the news out, because everybody don't get the real.
Well, I'll tell you this, Kitty, the reason I do it that way is not so much, I didn't do it originally for everybody else. I'm a simple-minded fuck, too. I have to figure out what it is and boil it down into simple terms so I can understand it, and then I can tell other people that. And as far as being wrong, I've been married 42 years. You probably know by now I'm wrong every fucking day.
All right.
I started following Mike because I thought he was handsome. So that's why.
Well,
Hey, Kitty, what are you laughing about? Jesus Christ, what are you laughing about?
I absolutely love you, and I love how you put the information out, and I love how you dog that motherfucker, because you ain't shit. He ain't shit, because how can you be a president and want to take everything from the little people, and how do you want to treat these people and put them in these camps, and like, who the fuck is you?
Yeah, exactly.
Who do you think you are?
Well, you know what's so troubling, Kitty, is I'm not surprised as much as how his behavior is, because I've known people like him, my own father, and I knew this is how he would behave. The thing that troubles me and surprises me the most is how most people, the media, the Republicans, and some Democrats say, yeah, that sounds good to me. No pushback, no listen, argument.
And that's why I'm saying I know they're way smarter than me. Y'all got degrees, obviously, to be in the position you're in. So how do you know? How do you sleep at night? If you got an ounce of a heart.
Yeah.
That man wanted a heart. You got one. How do you go along with this bullshit? You're crushing America. You're crushing
I tell you this.
it. You don't
I'll tell you this, Kitty.
care.
Kitty, I don't have a degree either, and you don't have a degree, but I can say this for certain.
I'm a nursing assistant. I'm a nurse. I work all these overtime hours, and now, Mike, I'm 56 years old, and I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen to me? I ain't going to be able to, like, this man finna strip everything. I don't.
Yeah. Well, just understand this, Kitty. You and I and everybody else were at least smarter than 49% of the country that voted for Donald Trump. Because you either have to be a criminal or an idiot to vote for Donald Trump. Absolutely. And we had enough sense to see what the facts are. And you're right. It is so obvious, and it is frustrating when you talk to somebody who still wants to try to support Donald Trump. I've had a few run-ins with people who will sit in front of me and try to tell me why Trump is good and Biden or Kamala is bad. And it's almost embarrassing for them. The sad thing is they don't realize it. I know they're fucking dumb. They don't know they're dumb. And that's really where the problem is when people don't realize when they're fucking wrong or when they're stupid.
And then just the whole ideal of trying to crush people and hurt people. You are the president. You are supposed to try to make this economy, the people come together. I'm gonna see what we can do. What kind of programs we get them to. You ain't gonna have somebody coming in here and that we didn't hire this nigga. I mean this motherfucker. Like, how you gonna strip? How you gonna hire somebody to come in and strip because he didn't bailed you out from going to jail?
I just spit my drink out.
Sorry, I mean my mouth get a little slick, but like, come on, like, I mean, now I'm gonna talk to you like you my brother, or you my sister, my cousin, my kids. Like, what the, and they go for this shit.
Well, you have to understand Donald Trump honestly doesn't care. He doesn't care about anybody else but himself. That's the key to this. And you'll see it.
What I'm saying is the people going along with, like, your because it's your cabinet, they gotta go along. No, is it a crime to say, hey, listen, man, let me pull you to the side. There's some fucked up shit you doing. You can't do that. Like, what type of person with a human decency, a heart, like, you acting like we're in a third world country. You just like shitting on us.
Kitty, you're so wired up. You're getting high as Minnie Riperton up in this bitch.
I mean, because it just takes me there. Like I know
know.
I know they know, but why do they go along with that? That's just
It's
insane to me.
money, power, and cowardice. That's all it is.
So
It's
it's
really
money,
sad
but
to
they
say.
already got money. So that's why y'all
Oh,
don't care about the people, because y'all already got money.
they never have enough money.
Wow. And then what about your constituents? What about your next land to you, your kids and all that? You
Oh,
don't.
they don't care. Yeah, they don't care about that.
We ain't gonna never
Clearly,
be
they
in.
don't.
We ain't gonna never be in that position. So the hell with them people.
Absolutely. Well, Kitty,
Wow.
thank you for joining us, and I hope
Oh,
you will.
thank
I hope you'll join
you.
us again, and check out the Rational Boomer podcast,
Yes, I
because
will.
when you listen to the Rational Boomer podcast tomorrow, you will hear yourself say some shit. Okay.
Oh my God. You mean I'm literally gonna be on that podcast tomorrow?
The whole live is going to be the podcast tomorrow. So what we just did here, you're on it. So yeah,
Oh,
definitely listen.
I'm gonna be a celebrity.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because I feel like you are, and keep doing what you doing. Keep putting it out there. Keep spitting them facts. Like, yes. I appreciate
Yeah.
you so much. I
Well,
appreciate you. We need you.
well, thank you, Kitty. And we appreciate you too. Cause you seem a little subdued and you're holding back a little bit, but eventually we'll get you to open up. So come back next time and
I
maybe we can
will.
get you riled up a little bit.
Okay, right. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kitty.
Okay, bye-bye.
That's Kitty giving C Temptation a little competition. I love it when people get riled up and they're passionate about stuff, because that's really what we need in this country. People that are angry. There's a lot of people that are fearful. We need people that are pissed off. That's what's going to get us through this shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And people are getting pissed off day by day.
Yeah.
I saw a video today of a woman that took her disabled child to the Capitol and went to, what's that senator's name? The one that said, we all are going to die. What the fuck's her name?
Joni Ernst.
Oh, Joni Ernst. Yeah. And she's a constituent of Joni Ernst. And she went 2 days in a row with her disabled son to ask Joni Ernst why she thought it was okay to cut the Medicaid for her son. And she wouldn't face her.
No, of course not.
Because they're fucking
gutless.
cowards. They're all cowards.
They are absolutely cowards. All right, I'm going to pull up a woman by the name of Lioness. So I don't think this one's going to be a shrinking violet either, assuming we connect here. So we've got the Lioness on. How you doing, and what's on your mind today? Hello?
I don't think she's here.
Well, I think she's here, but she's otherwise engaged. That's fine. That's no problem. We've got a couple other people that I know will be sure things. If this were a date, this would be the absolute most certain sure thing. And we're talking about God. Will. Will is joining us on the show, and I'd ask you what's on your mind, but I don't know if I can get a word in Ed's voice. So go.
Yeah, well, I know, Mike. I don't think you meant it the way you're thinking you meant it.
Yeah, I've been called many things, but never easy.
Are you in your house or your garage?
Oh, I'm in the bedroom now. They let me in the house.
Oh, you're allowed in the house?
We're in the bedroom.
Good for you.
Yes. Just like a good puppy. As long as they don't do things, I'm good. But the one thing is like the crazy, someone made a good video saying that this is the end of MAGA because the crazy is crazy. Do you know did you see that CNBC interview he did on the economy? Trump sat there with this guy and said to his face that the EU had given him $600 billion to invest for them. And he's going, what are you talking about? And he says, yeah, they gave me $600 billion to invest in America. What? What? And through the whole interview, he's bringing him up the tariffs. He's telling him it's not working. Jobs are going down. He goes, yes, it is. The economy's great. He goes, sir, the labor, they were rigged. He lives in a fantasy world, and a fantasy world that doesn't exist. And Jesus, Lord Almighty, Grandpa was walking around on the roof of the White House today.
What was that about?
I don't know. No one knows. His handlers lost him. And he's standing out there waving at people.
Somebody in the comments said he was looking for a place to build a McDonald's.
Yeah, that could be, or a casino or a bocce ball a field or something.
And then, the whole nuclear weapon thing. And look, Sean, what's his name? The guy who's in front of transportation, they put ahead of NASA now.
Sean Murphy.
Sean Murphy. Dude.
I think that's it.
So, I mean, I've been watching Apple TV's For All Mankind, which is a different version of how the space race would have gone. It's a great show. But this guy's talking about putting a nuclear reactor on the moon. Why? How? What's your plan? How are you going to do it? How are you going to pay for that? It's fucking expensive.
It's a distraction.
I mean, these guys, it's insane.
It's just a distraction, Will. That's all it is.
Oh, I know that. I know that. And trust me, for someone who's a nerd, it would have been great to keep the space program the way it was, pushing toward Mars is what we were looking for. Right. But these guys throw words out like, yeah, we'll just put something on the moon. Okay, do you have a Saturn V booster? Do you have something that's going to move that much weight? I mean, the problem is, most of us who follow those type of things are smart and somewhat scientific, and we know you just don't snap your fingers and put stuff in orbit. It doesn't work like that.
And I'll tell you something else, too. You can't just crop up and build a nuclear reactor. It doesn't work like that. There's a lot of precision and technicality into constructing a nuclear reactor. And I'll tell you that from personal experience, because when you work, like even on existing nuclear power plants, when they shut a reactor down for upgrades, when you work on those jobs, there is red tape on every single thing you do. So if you want to put an anchor into the concrete and you want to put a hanger for cooling pipes, you have to get a permit, drill the hole, and then wait for 3 hours for an inspector to come measure the depth of the hole, insert the anchor, wait another 3 hours for an inspector to come inspect the anchor, and then put the hanger on and wait another 3 hours for the inspector to come back and inspect the hanger. Like, this isn't something that you just throw together like it's just a fucking puzzle. You know what I mean?
And the point is you put that, what's it going to power?
I don't know.
And what are you going to use for fuel and for water? Well, it's insane to listen to these people because they're so lost. And Pam Bondi today, yeah, we're going to go after the Obama administration 10 fucking years later.
And they've already done it twice before.
But
they've already done it twice before and found no evidence. This is a blatant distraction situation because they want everybody to be looking at Obama. Sorry, bitches. He has been out of office for 10 years. You've already investigated it twice. It didn't work. Come up with something better.
And what's making it worse is that when Trump told Abbott to do his thing with the redistricting, because that special session was about the floods. Trump brought that up for him. Here's where it's getting worse for him is that they really expected the Democrats to do a little performance and come back. They did not expect Governor Hochul, Governor Pritzker, Governor Newsom to go, oh, you want to play? They didn't expect down and dirty. That's why they're all fucking panicking. We're going to arrest them. We're going to do this. We're going to vacate their seats. Hell, John Cronin has told Trump, John Cronin, the other senator from Texas, told Trump to use the FBI to arrest the Texas Dems, and bring them back. I want to see them show up in Illinois and Pritzker tell them to get the fuck out. I mean, that's desperate. They are desperate right now, guys. Honestly.
They are desperate. And the one thing I would say, you know, there are people like California, Illinois, and New York saying, if you do this, we're going to gerrymander our states. And I think they should take it a step farther. When you get somebody who does something like this, you got to slap them on the end of their snout and make sure they pay attention. If I was California, Illinois, and New York, and whoever else, I wouldn't wait for them to do it. I'd just say, fuck you, we're doing it. You started this shit. You may or may not get it done in Texas, but we just took 40 fucking seats from you in those 3 states. We should just do it and not threaten it. If you do it, we're going to do it. No, just fucking do it. Just do it. That's what's going to teach them a lesson.
Governor Hochul put it in perfect sense. We are at war. Trump has declared civil war because he doesn't care about the blue states. Ask Maryland. Maryland asked for FEMA funding for their flooding, and they said no. Why? Because it's a blue state. Oh, by the way, add Maryland to the redistricting too. They're looking to do it too. Yeah. So, he is afraid of this Epstein thing so badly. It's just ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Wow. I mean, I want to see what's in. Now I want to know what's in the Epstein files. I really do.
Well, and we should. That's what everybody wants. I'm pulling somebody else up here. This person goes by the name of Media. That's intriguing. So hopefully she pops up. Hey, Media, what's up? What's on your mind?
Hey, I follow you all the time. So I said we start a GoFund for the damn Democratic to pay their damn the fines.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
And their asses don't go back for months.
Media, where the hell are you? At a bowling alley or what?
No, I'm at work. I'm at Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do follow you though. But I mean,
I appreciate
I'm tired.
that.
I'm so tired of Trump and his bullshit because I don't understand. How does he get away with everything and to make the rules as he's go along? But yet we hold every other president accountable for everything that they do.
That's a good question. That's a question that needs to be answered, and Republicans need to answer it because they're responsible for allowing him to get away with everything. Democrats could be a little tougher too, but the Republicans are fucking cowards.
I tell you what, the next time a Democratic president comes in, if he don't do half of the shit that Trump do, me literally will go after him. Nah.
Yeah.
No. This is craziness. So now he wants to steal an election. Now he wants to steal an election, and you don't want to let the people them vote freely.
Yeah, it's pretty blatant what they're doing, and that's the frustrating thing. It's good to see the Democrats pushing back. They need to push it a little harder, though. They need to hammer it.
Yeah, they need to stand their grounds, man. You can't just let this man come in and do whatever he wants to do. And then the Supreme Court, oh my God. Oh, I never thought the day would come when I would hate the Supreme Court.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lost cause at this point. I mean, we don't have a Supreme Court. We have a bullshit court, but we don't have a Supreme Court. And we need a Supreme Court in order to have a democracy. So there's a lot of things that are going to have to be fixed. I think we may have lost Media. Well, Media, I'll just say this to you. I appreciate you coming on. Feel free to come back on anytime. Just a little favor. I ordered some hair clips for my granddaughter. They're fucking late. Check around, see if they're in the closet or something out there. No, seriously, Media, thank you for coming on and taking some time, and come back anytime.
I think they were testing.
Let's see here.
I think they were testing the Amazon flamethrower in the background.
No shit. No shit. That's fucking crazy. All right, we're going to go with See Temptation, see what the fuck's on her mind. Hey, C, how you
Like,
doing?
I got a bone to pick with you, Mike.
Me?
I got a bone to pick with you.
Well, get in line.
No. I don't give a damn about anybody else who's in line. See Temptation is here, and I got a bone to pick with you.
Well, go ahead.
I know
Now,
exactly what
don't
this
get
is
me
going to be about.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. I heard Kitty. I like her. She speaks her mind. I respect her for that. But God damn it, let me get your ass straight. There's only one C Temptation who's the baddest bitch on TikTok, and that's me. You feel me?
Well,
so don't put my name in your mouth. Talking about, oh, she got C Temptation, got competition.
Oh, he's not going to the cookout. He's invited to the cookout. You're done.
Here's the thing, C Temptation. I don't think Kitty's a creator. Or she may be, but she's not a creator like you are. But you got to admit, she's a strong woman and makes some great points.
No, but I'm the baddest bitch on TikTok. Let's get that straight. When you said that, I said, oh, hell no. Let me check in real quick.
I knew the second I heard this, I knew it was going to be a shakeup.
You damn right. TJ know me. You damn
Me too.
right.
I saw that coming a mile away.
now, don't get me wrong. TJ, Rebecca, I love you guys. It ain't that. Don't get me wrong, but See Temptation holds her own ground.
Well, see, I'll tell you this. I'm 60. I'm 65 years old, and all of my life, the one thing that's common with me, or the main thing that's always happening with me, I have an aptitude for pissing off women. So this ain't nothing new to me.
I don't give a damn how many women you pissed off, but you have pissed me off. And let me tell you something about me, Mike. In September next month, I will be 60 years of age. 6 0. Six to the zero. Okay. My mother, she taught me how to think independently and stand on my own 2 feet and hold my own shit down 10 toes down. So, like I said, even though I lost her 2 years ago from dementia, I'm still holding down the legacy.
Well, you understand. See, I wasn't diminishing you or putting you down. I was just saying Kitty was a strong guest.
Like, God damn.
Hey, in all fairness, she's giving it back to you.
I'm fine with that. That's that. I get that. I spent a few hours with my granddaughter. I've been getting that all fucking day. So
now you ain't got it from See Temptation. That's why I had to come up.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I appreciate being set straight. But you also know something about me, C, is that after all this time you've been listening, I don't listen to shit. I just do what I do.
Well,
so I appreciate.
You better listen to me. I can't speak for anybody else, but See Temptation's in the building. And if I got something to say, like Millie Jackson would say, I have to say it.
Absolutely, right. Absolutely. I'm gonna pull somebody else up here. Just
Donald Trump, I gotta give a shout out to J.B. Pritzker because I heard the governor is here in Chicago, and I hope Pritzker will put his foot up all on in his ass because Donald Trump knows he can't do a damn thing about the midterms because all that is set up based on state to state, so he know he can't fuck with it.
Absolutely.
See, all Pritzker has to do is pull out his wallet and go, you see this? This is real money. This is what I have.
Right.
You ain't
money
got shit.
Bullshit won't. That's right.
Absolutely. Right. I've got somebody else up here. Cynthia, how you doing? Sorry to drag you into this, but thank you for coming on.
Good night. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. What's up, Cynthia? What are you thinking of?
I'm good so far. I'm giving God thanks.
Okay.
So what is
how you feel?
I'm good.
Oh, great. What's gnawing at you these days? What are the things that are bothering you most?
Repeat.
What's bothering you the most right now? What's on your mind as far as Trump, as far as the government, as far as the country?
Well, I mean, nothing bother me, you know, 'cause if me bother, it now go better. If nobody, it now go better. So, don't really make nothing bother me, you know, for me can buy me dinner, me live this one, and then me give God thanks. It's another day.
Okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate that, Cynthia. Thank you.
No make no worry because me put it for me, it make me mad, and now make me mad.
All right. All right. Well, thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate you coming on. Feel free to come back anytime you like. All right, Cynthia there. Let's see who else is up. Well, we only have a couple of people requesting to come on. And
I see T's in the chat. I guess he's over his concussion.
So is JD Farmer. I haven't talked to JD Farmer for a while. Let's pull him up. He's not asking to come up, but I don't give a shit. Let's see what he has to say.
I talked to JD earlier today.
He ain't coming up. He ain't coming up. Apparently, because he has a. There's JD Farmer. Okay, now we're going to pull up JD Farmer. Hey, JD, what's up with you? What are you thinking about?
Okay, there's a lot of questions floating around. You know.
Yeah.
What about this? What about that? The most important question is, what was he doing on the roof?
Well, I have the answer to that if you want it. He's the
Go ahead.
Spill it, TJ.
He's the diddler on the roof.
Oh, God.
Wow. Wow.
JD sent TJ and I that meme earlier today.
I saw that and I'm like, okay, who let Grandpa on the roof? I mean, obviously, that was like pure dementia moment.
At this point, every member of his staff was like, "You want to go on the roof? Please be our guest."
Go ahead, walk on the edge. Just help yourself.
Well,
look what's down there.
Wow. Never mind the
media
peels that are on the ledge of the roof.
The media on the ground was yelling, "What are you doing up there?" And he didn't have an answer for it because he's 9 miles away. He can't hear it anyway. But but I think in the background I heard in unison people saying, "Do it, jump, please jump."
Where the fuck did all these banana peels come from?
Just walk a little further this way.
Exactly.
Well, the thing is, all he has to do is stand on the edge because he tilts so much. He's listing like a sinking fucking ship. You just go head over tea kettle.
Those ankles aren't holding them up.
So that means everyone screams "man overboard" if it goes over.
Yeah. Well, it's it's going to get weirder as time goes on. People are going to get. People are going to be amazed by the crazy shit he says, the crazy shit he does. He's in interviews telling people that prices are coming down, that inflation is non-existent, and it's just so easily proved wrong that people are just going to start laughing at this clown. He really is kind of an embarrassment, not only to us but to himself, and I don't know that he realizes it.
Hell, people are laughing at that fool right now because people are already peeping his game in terms of what information he's throwing out there to distract us from the Epstein files, first of all.
Yeah.
And then not to mention the Texas walk-off, so, hey, put two and two together.
Yeah, that Texas stuff is interesting because, I was thinking about it today, and I was thinking, it's one thing if it's just, the Texas House Representatives, that did that. But that inspired courage in a lot of other Democrats around the country.
Exactly.
And now you have governors from a lot of blue states going, "Oh no, fuck you guys." And I'm interested to see what Greg Abbott does, because He's done this before where he talks big and scary, and then when he's backed into the corner, he backs off.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about that. They can talk tough, and they can go ahead and, try to make this threat. But if California, New York, and Illinois follow suit in Maryland, they're toast.
That's it.
So go right ahead.
Exactly. That's like 40-some seats there.
Yeah,
the Republicans wouldn't hold the House of Representatives for the next 20 years if they did that.
You're fucked.
Right. And here's
go ahead.
And I thought it was I thought it was interesting that Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was governor of California, who came up with the nonpartisan board to do the the census, is upset, and he called it evil. Look, dude, I know it's evil, but it's time for us to be evil. It's time for us to get in the mud and do what they do, because now the reason they're freaked out is you guys don't do it. Yeah, we do it now. You taught us. This is how we
that's
win.
it. Somebody said to, I can't remember who they were talking to, but a Democrat. They were talking to, God, I can't remember who it was. But they were saying, if you're going to gerrymander your states, aren't you just as bad as the people in Texas? Oh, you're going to shame us, and it's okay to do that. You're not shaming them. It's okay to do that, and we just stand back and say we're above it all. JD, I don't know how you feel about this. I said this earlier. I think California, New York, Illinois, and whoever else should just fucking do it now. It may come off as, well, there's a guy in California, a rep in California, saying, Gavin Newsom's trying to steal seats. Yeah, you're motherfucking right he's stealing seats because you're stealing seats. It's okay when you do it, not when we do it. I think we should just do it, shove it down their fucking throat, and just laugh at them. It's time we get tough in that regard.
Well,
what, Mike?
Hold on, that's a very good point, and I'll tell you why. Because Donald Trump's lawlessness is fucking boundaryless, right? So he just breaks the law and breaks the law and breaks the law. Well, if we can ram it up his ass in the midterm elections, let's fucking do it. We shouldn't even have regrets about doing that. Let them do it. Let Illinois, New York, California, Maryland, and whoever else wants to jump on board, gerrymander your districts and fuck him all the way 6 ways a Sunday.
Let me just add, because I did a video on that yesterday talking about the hypocrisy of this Texas walkout. I'm not blaming the Democrats for standing up, but it's the Republicans. They want to talk all this shit though and do all these little secretive things, but when the Democrats flip the script on them, now it's a problem. And like TJ was saying, it's time for us to come together, come midterm next year, get our asses in that voting booth, or if you vote from home, that's fine, and get them motherfucking Republicans the fuck up out of there, shut their asses down.
And Mike, here's one thing to piggyback on what you were saying. So let's say they go, okay, we'll sue you and go to Supreme Court. Great. If the Supreme Court rules that you can't do that, that means you can't do it in Texas either.
Exactly.
You see, you can't, if you force the issue, they can't go to court because they could lose too.
Well, that's my point. If you want them to stop, you can't be the bigger person and say that's not legal and go to court, because they'll fuck around and they'll lie and they'll delay and they'll do all this stuff. The only way to get them to stop is to slap the taste out of their mouth. Fight back harder. Just like Donald Trump says, you do this to me, I'll come back at you harder. That's what the Democrats have to do. And if they did that, they'd get a lot more support from their constituents with the party. They got to get tough. And everybody says, rule the law. There is no rule of law anymore. Fuck rule of law. This is a fucking street fight. There is no rule of law. There is no decency. There is no norms. So that should apply to the Democrats as much as it does the Republicans.
Well, they need to get a taste of their own medicine.
No, I was going to add one more thought to that.
They need to get a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, let me just add on, because it's not the end of this fight, because we got the 23 governors, we got the attorney generals, we have the judicial court, we got the non-for-profit organizations like ACLU, indivisible.org. We got No King's Day because I'm a member of ACLU as well. And like I said, hey, and they out there kicking asses and taking names. Real talk.
Right. Right.
I mean, the ACLU won a court case in California that is preventing ICE from deporting people without due process and telling them they cannot arrest people without warrants now.
There you go.
They have stepped on them. And that has made a difference because now they got to take them back to court.
There you go.
They can't do what they're doing.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. It's not the end. Like I said, we got them folks to back us up in this fight. So it's not over. We're going to be all right.
Oh yeah, we'll be all right. It's just I'm bothered by the fact it's taken this long for people to get mad enough to fight back. I mean, I've been mad since fucking 2020, since Donald Trump lost. I've been mad about this shit.
Well, I was pissed though when I found out the fucker got reelected for the second time. I was in there with a migraine all day, and I'm like, it's time for this son of a bitch to get up out of there.
Yeah, no question. No question about that. Let's see who else is out there.
By the way, we are going to, they say there's tariff checks coming, just so you know, from all the money getting in tariffs. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Oh, I've been there. One of them is Procter & Gamble.
My fucking ass.
All right. So we've got somebody up here. Jorge, how you doing? What's on your mind?
Pretty good. Well, this guy, he's always cheating on whatever he does. He does, whatever. I don't know if you saw on the news. He had a game when he went to Scotland, I think, and he cheated on the game.
Yeah, there was video of it.
Yeah, there's just no way. There's nothing he doesn't do where he's not going to go ahead and become a winner, and whatever it takes, he's going to go ahead and cheat and be a winner. Right now, what we need to do, Mike, is, like you say, we got to fight for this. And who are the mega fucks coming to tell us, okay, well, you're not playing fair. You're like that. This one guy that you're talking about who is over there in California saying they're trying to take your seats from the Republicans. That is so bad. Well, hey, like you say, motherfucker, fair is fair. Now you're going to go ahead and you're going to see we're going to do the same shit. And they should do like, I think it was JD who said that California, New York, and Maryland, they should all go ahead and join and do the same shit.
Absolutely. The thing about it is when they try to shame us for doing things improperly, inappropriately, or even illegally, we should do what they've done over the past 10 years. Every time we shamed them, they laughed at us and called us snowflakes. So let's turn the tables and call them the fucking baby-ass snowflakes that they are. Let them cry and whine. Yeah. This is the only way to stop them. If you went into California and you switched everything with the gerrymandering and it cost them like 20 seats and then said New York is next, I guarantee you Texas would stop. Donald Trump would tell him to stop.
Right.
Yeah. And another thing too, Mike, he promised, you give me an office, you don't have to vote anymore.
Right.
We're gonna fix it. So we need to get on this. We cannot go ahead and let this continue where he's going to go ahead and take it over, basically take it over from the people. It's not the people who's going to be basically deciding who is going to be representing them. It's going to be him. He's trying to take it away.
Hey, Jorge.
What?
Hey, Jorge. Let me ask you a question. Are you a naturalized American citizen, or are you a birthright citizen?
Yes, TJ, I am. I was brought here when I was 5, and my mom married my stepdad. Was an American citizen. He was in the service. He served this country for 30 years, and she brought us when I was 5, and when she became a citizen, because I was a minor, I automatically became a citizen with her.
I see.
What state are you in?
Virginia.
Virginia, do you have any fears of these ICE agents, given your complexion and given your citizenship situation?
Yeah, kind of, because you can't nowadays. You can't, even though I'm a citizen, just because I'm a Hispanic citizen, I could be stopped and probably even be asked, are you a citizen? I carry
Yeah, Will is Hispanic. Will's on the panel here. He's Hispanic.
Yeah.
Born in this country, and he's nervous about it.
Yeah, I'm here in Georgia. My dad is Puerto Rican, and so you don't know. You don't know. But but my wife made one good comment because I was worried about her. She goes, "If you live in fear of them, you just let them win," and she's right. F it. If it happens, it happens. But I'm not going to live like that. And she's right.
Will, is your wife? Is your wife Hispanic?
I have a.
She's stone cold German.
Okay.
I have a passport that I carry with me all the time.
Wow.
You
shouldn't have to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's ridiculous. But, just because you're a citizen doesn't mean you won't get detained. We have a guest that's on here frequently, Old Soul. She happens to be African American. She's born in the United States. She was in the wrong place in Los Angeles, and she was in detention for a period of time. So they don't fucking care who it is. If you have the wrong color skin, you're at risk for being put in detention. You may get out quicker than some of the other people, but you're still going to be detained.
Mm-hmm. And here's the funny thing about that, because she got picked up supposedly interfering with an ICE agent. They brought those cases to court in Los Angeles, and all the judges go, "Oh, hell no," and just threw people out. They threw those cases out, released all these people, because ICE violated everybody's rights.
Right.
And the judges are pissed. Get out of my court with this shit.
Jorge, is there much activity in Virginia with ICE that you know of?
it's a lot of activity here, Mike. I own a business, and business has really suffered. I own several restaurants, and they have suffered because people are afraid to go out and eat.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question, Jorge. I'm guessing, are they Mexican or ethnic restaurants you own?
Yes,
Jorge?
that's right. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you an honest question as a manager or an owner of a restaurant. If white folk come in there with MAGA hats, are you going to throw them out? I'm just curious, because I wouldn't want them in my restaurant.
I would not serve anyone with a red hat. Never.
Yes.
I love you.
Good for you.
Yes.
I would never
Thank
do
you.
that.
Sir.
Yeah.
You're a good man.
Yeah. Yep. There's some things you gotta basically, as a person, you gotta know what's right and what's wrong. And these people, they just they have destroyed so many lives. I'm not gonna go ahead and serve anyone who's been doing that to people.
Yeah. I admire you for your courage to do that and you have a right to serve anybody you want. If you don't want to serve somebody without a shirt or a red hat, what the fuck?
Yep. That's right.
Well, Jorge, thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it immensely, and I wish you the best of luck in Virginia. And if I'm ever in Virginia, my wife and I's, now that we're retired, our hobby is going out to dinner. If we go to Virginia, I'm going to find out where your restaurant is and stop on by.
I would love to go ahead and serve you and your wife. You're going to have the best Mexican food in Virginia.
Well, that sounds good to me. I'm gonna have. She works
Mike,
for an airline, so I'm gonna have her book a trip.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one more thing, Mike. Thank you for everything that you put out. It makes me happy that someone like you, that love this country and put out information that people need.
Jorge, what do you mean by somebody like me? I know exactly what you mean.
What I meant, Mike, is that not everybody has the courage. It's not because you're a white gentleman, but it's because the courage. You have that courage that not so many people have.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. And it does have a little to do with me being a white guy, because I walk down the street and somebody looks at me and they go, oh, there's a fucking Trump humper. And until they talk to me and they go, what the hell? That came out of nowhere. No, Jorge, thank you very much for coming on. And I mean that. If I'm in Virginia, I'm going to find your restaurant, because we love Mexican food, and we love going to restaurants just about every day. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, be safe, brother.
Thank you.
See, Mike, I consider you my brother from another mother, so you're all good. You're family.
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like that too. We've all of the same mindset. We all have, as much as I'm courageous, so are you, Will, and so is TJ, and so is JD, the people who are willing to come out and speak. And for me, it's not so much courage, it's just that I don't close my mouth much, and I don't give a shit. So if I'm in a position where I can say the things some other people would want to say but can't, I feel like it's my responsibility to pass along the info if I don't have to worry about some of the things that other people have to worry about. I don't work for anybody, so fuck them.
Yeah, that's not really. It's not really so much courage for me. It's just I don't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, me too. I don't shut up. And all right, we're going to pull somebody up here, and I'm taking a shot in the dark because I don't know anything about this person. But like I say, I don't give a fuck. David or is that your name, David? He blew out of here. Could he have been a Trump humper that just lost his nerve? I got to tell you.
He was kissing a fish with a mask.
Who had the mask, the fish or the guy?
That's a good one.
I hope the fish.
Wait, hold on. Maybe he was deporting the fish.
Yeah, that could have been. Now, I don't want to mislead people. I don't know if he was a Trump humper, but he certainly didn't want to get in this mix. And when you look at TJ the plumber and Rebecca and Will and C Temptation and JD Farmer and me, not a healthy place for a Trump-la-fuck to be.
No,
and he was kissing a fish.
Hell no.
And he was kissing a fish. Sorry.
Well, see, that's what confuses me. He was kissing a fish and not his sister. So I'm not sure if he was a Trump-la-fuck.
Oh, wow.
Do we really want to go down there?
He wasn't from Arkansas, so I guess.
He didn't want to
Wow.
Well, let's.
So anyway, how about the weather? How's that weather going?
May I make a request, Mr. Mike?
Yeah, really.
Yes, you can.
Would you bring up my buddy Trucker T, the one and only?
Well, I'd love to, but he hasn't requested to come on, but I will pull him up anyway. Yeah, I did that last time too. All right, we'll see if Trucker T shows up.
Come on, T.
We'll see if.
Come on, T. There he is.
You got to understand, Trucker T's he's a shy guy. He's kind of a shy guy.
No, he ain't.
We got to pull him out of his shell.
That's bull.
Trucker, what's happening?
Hey guys, what you say?
What up, T?
Oh, there's a few things going through this nugget of mine.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Well, first, the guy's name is Sean Duffy, right?
You're right. Yeah. I meant to correct that.
Sean Duffy. Appreciate it, Tucker.
I knew it was Irish.
I was actually in the restroom when you were saying Sean Murphy, and I was like, it's Duffy, but I wasn't going to put the mic on to say that. So.
Well, here's the thing.
Thank you.
If you're dumb enough to say we can get nuclear shit on the moon, his name is fucking Murphy, right?
Yeah.
The second thing I heard today, and you gotta excuse me, I still got a headache. The second thing I heard was that he says that he's entitled to the 5 seats in Texas.
Right.
No one's entitled to that. It's called voting. You vote to get those seats. You're not entitled to it. And the third thing that kind of rattled me a little bit is that he backed off of Murdoch as far as the deposition they decided that neither one of them will be deposed.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up because I think the way it was reported in the mainstream media that Donald Trump is suing Rupert Murdoch, and they come to some terms. A lot of people think that Murdoch caved or bent a knee, and that's not what happened. Donald Trump went after him by saying, "I'm going to sue you for $10 billion," thinking he'd flinch, thinking he'd give in, but he doesn't. So Donald Trump does what Donald Trump does. He ramps it up and says, "Oh, and I want him to be deposed within 2 weeks." And even then, Rupert Murdoch and Wall Street Journal said, "Cool, but you got to be deposed in 2 weeks." And that's when Donald Trump said, "Whoa, wait a minute, motherfucker. You mean I got to be deposed too under oath? I don't do that kind of shit." So then Donald Trump's team says, "Why don't we delay the deposition a bit?" And Rupert said, "Okay, that's cool." So Donald Trump is the one that caved. There's been no settlement on the on the lawsuit. It was just two pussy ass bitches coming together. And
Taco.
Taco, absolutely.
Taco. When Murdoch's lawyers hit him back with that, Donald Trump's diaper fucking exploded.
Yeah.
That's why he was on the roof today. That's why he was on the roof. Okay.
It was like one of those little. It was like one of those little kid shits where it blows up right up the back of the fucking diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had a little blowout.
They take off Donnie's diaper and it looks like a Jackson Pollock fucking picture.
They
for those of you
to do that.
For those of you eating dinner right now, I apologize.
But they pay someone to do that. They did that on The Apprentice. They had someone's job was to do that. Literally.
How do you put that on your resume when Donald Trump is gone? Well, I changed Donald Trump's diaper like 15 times a day. That guy shit more times than yeah. So that maybe they sent him up to the roof because they had to fumigate the Oval Office and try to get it back to normal.
So let's talk about the roof, right? So
let's talk about the roof.
So let's talk about the roof. He wants to put the nuclear stuff up on the roof. But if anybody knows about nuclear, it should be underground so it can't be seen. It's not right. You don't showcase it. So why don't you just put X marks the spot so they can hit that fucker right when he's in?
Tricky, you know that ain't Trump style. He got a big ass mouth. You know that.
Well, he's the dumbest motherfucker. I mean,
thank you.
If you're not going to put nuclear weapons out on display for someone to strike them, and because what would happen is let's just say hypothetically that they put these nuclear weapons on the White House property out for display for everyone to see, and someone were to somehow covertly strike that site, it would spread nuclear material all over Washington, D.C.
Exactly.
So that's why they keep the fucking missiles in a goddamn submarine or in a fucking silo, because they don't want the potential of contaminating the U.S. soil with nuclear material, so it's not like fucking Chernobyl.
Well, here's the thing. What I say about Donald Trump, I'm for Donald Trump putting the nuclear weapons on top of the Oval Office because there's one hard and fast rule about Donald Trump. No matter what, he will always fuck up. So if he has those missiles on the roof, they'll probably go the wrong way. And then we'll be rid of a lot of people that we should be rid of anyway. Donald Trump just says shit. He doesn't think.
Another episode of the Dog and Pony Show.
Do you know how much a cruise missile weighs?
Listen,
it can't be light.
If it falls through the roof and lands on him, it's just as good. Who cares?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mike, I thought you were going to say he always goes out with a bang.
Take a missile and blow his ass up. What's the
Well, I would have, but that's kind of a hacky comment. So I said, nah, I'll go another route. But I think we're at that point with Donald Trump. He just saying anything. I mean, no matter how ridiculous, he's just saying it. And this should be a red flag to anybody, including Republicans, that he's not with us any longer. He's someplace else. He's in a different dimension. He is definitely diminished. He's physically unhealthy. And if there was ever a time the Republicans should get rid of him, it should be now. Yet they won't.
And I will verify. Number one, he has congestive heart failure. Number two, he has dementia. And a while ago, though, it was a series of psychiatrists. They diagnosed him as being a sociopath. So put it together. There it is.
I love it when you talk dirty, C Temptation.
Thank you very much, because I'm the original. Don't forget, I'm the baddest bitch though at TikTok, and I'm the original.
I have a question.
I'm gonna say this. C Temptation is the baddest bitch on TikTok. You just ask her.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I got a question for Trucker.
Yes, sir.
Are you in your garage?
No, absolutely not.
No?
No, I'm in the dining room.
I heard that you wear a hockey helmet in your garage now. Is that true?
It's coming, yes.
Oh, wow.
What happened?
We'll talk about that Thursday.
Oh,
yeah, I haven't heard the whole story yet.
We'll talk about it Thursday at 8:30.
Okay.
So TJ had mentioned submarines, and this kind of reminded me of something I heard earlier this week, where the guy said when he said he moved 2 or 3 of his ships closer to Russia, the subs.
Right.
And the guy says, I don't think he understands how submarines operate, because the nuclear subs are already out there and they're hidden somewhere, and they keep them at strategic places. So the ones that he moved are not the ones that he think they are. And who's going to tell him?
Nobody. They don't tell him half the shit. They don't tell him anything.
Maybe he probably sent 2 fast attack subs that don't have missiles like that just to make him feel happy. I mean, there are other classes of sub. You see, here's the thing. That's so sad, Tucker, that we not unless I'm not a vet, but I know enough to know that the military has certain ships that have certain capabilities, and he has no idea, and he's the commander in chief.
Right.
Oh my God.
Well, they don't tell him anything. They told him that his approval rating is 70% and he believes it. And he argued that on that CNBC interview he had.
And the interviewer goes, "That's with Republicans." And he said, No, that's with everyone. The guy goes, "No, it's with Republicans." And he just, it was like watching a toddler argue. It was bad.
And see, that's the behavior of a narcissist, because they have that tunnel vision. They don't think about anything or anybody else but themselves. So, he's just got a one-track mind. What can I say?
The last thing
I'll tell you guys something. I guarantee you that the U.S. Navy did not move any fucking submarines.
Absolutely not.
They did not move a fucking single sub. They just told Donald Trump that they did.
Well, and the first thing you don't do if you're the president or general or something, say, hey, we got nuclear subs and they're right over there. Right there. That's where they are. You can see it. It's got the American flag on it. That's my sub. You better beware. Donald Trump is all about intimidation and all about trying to get people to cave in, and less people are caving in. Canada isn't caving in. China isn't caving in. What's the date today? The day is the 5th. When you hear this on the podcast, it'll be the 6th. Right. Don't a bunch of tariffs come into effect tomorrow on the 7th? That's going to be interesting. And China is on the 12th. So we're days away from absolute financial disaster.
Oh, wow. Wow. And see, that's how Trump is. He uses psychology not only to gain strength, but to manipulate people. And he expect people to for them to live inside their heads rent-free.
Now hold on, time out. Donald Trump does not use psychology.
No, I'm
Because
just telling
Donald
you though.
Trump.
I mean, how he operates. I'm just only explaining to you how he operates. He uses that to gain strength and to manipulate people. You
Yeah,
know, he
but
wants people to kiss his ass though. But you know, I'm like this. Fuck that.
yeah, but he doesn't use psychology because he's an idiot.
He
So
can't, he can't even say psychology.
yeah,
But you have to admit one thing: when the budget bill was coming down, and they really didn't want to vote for it, Trump got the reluctant Republicans. They got him into the White House, and he spoke to each one individually, and he gave them merch, and they were so charmed by him they voted for this bill against their own. I mean, look at what's going on with the town halls right now. We see, we can say he's crazy, which we know, but when you get him 1-to-1, apparently he's a charmer. And he got these guys. He literally, there was one congressman. They said, "Yeah, I got to meet the president. Look, he gave me his signature. I swear, that's the truth. That's why he voted for the bill. That's what he does on an individual basis."
When he gave him a signature,
Apology.
when he gave him a signature, did he draw a picture of a woman and make it like the pubic hair? Because that's what I'd want if I was going to get his autograph.
You know what, Mike? Here's why they're different. If they're having one-on-ones with Trump in the same room, they just wanted to get the hell out of there and do whatever, right? Because the smell was so bad. They were just like, you know what? I'll do anything to get out of here. And they probably made them vote before they left the room.
Yeah. I spent a couple hours with my 2-month-old grandson, and I didn't smell anything bad, and he's shitting all the time.
Oh wow!
I can't imagine when a full-grown man doing it, and I don't know how often he gets changed. I mean, does he just like to wallow in it for a while, or does he need it changed immediately? That's.
why did you have
There's
to
a
say
nurse
that?
in the comments that
Wow.
said colostomy bags are no joke to change. So
I would have to imagine whether or not he's in a public place, whether it's
Oh
immediately
God.
changed.
Well, don't forget, this is the same guy who used to rage poop on his show when somebody told him no.
Colostomy bag and a
So
diaper and swollen feet and
I got a
hands fucked. Boy,
question.
he just all fucked up.
I got a question. Did they make the pens with like bigger leg holes to fit his big ass fucking cankles through the fucking
No shit.
leg holes?
No shit. And did he go on the roof because he had beans that day? Was there a reason for him to go on the roof?
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Now, you see, this is what we got to do to Donald Trump. We got to talk shit about him, make fun of him, laugh at him, because that's the thing that gets him the most.
Fuck yeah.
Mike, I got a question for you. I'm not
Okay.
sure if the relationship that shifted. I think it did, but I want everybody's opinion. And I did ask this on a Zoom call with another group. What is your relationship? How you feel now, as far as between him and Vladimir Putin? Do you think that it's kind of shifted, or has it changed, or you think it's the same?
Yeah, I think it's shifted. It's like every relationship that, I mean, I don't know how bad it is, but it's like every relationship a narcissist has. At first, everything's going well, and as they get to know each other better, he throws them under the bus, or they don't do something he likes, and then he's mad at them. Yeah, I think there's definitely a shift going on there. I think there's a shift going on with a lot of people. Donald Trump, narcissist, they can't have good friends for any period of time. No matter who you are, you're going to get thrown under the bus if it was expeditious for him. So I think there is a shift in it. But let's be honest, Vladimir Putin's not much better than Donald Trump. He's ill, and he's old, and he's a little diminished. He's a little smarter than Donald Trump, so this is an interesting matchup. But I don't think he would classify Vladimir as his best buddy now, because he really wanted to end that war so he could get the Nobel Peace Prize.
Right.
And then he goes to Zelensky, and Zelensky says, "No, we're not doing that." And he probably explained why Donald Trump got that. Then he goes to Vladimir Putin and said, "Well, you got to do this, you got to do that." And he probably says, "Sure, Donald," and then goes bomb the piss out of Kyiv. So he's probably pissed off at Vladimir Putin right now.
Because the thing about it is, I mean, talking about receiving the Nobel Peace Prize, what type of good has he done for us, for the country and society? I mean, like Dr. King, for instance. I mean, he stood for civil rights. He spoke on freedom, justice, and equality. What is this? What is this clown doing?
Well, see, Temptation, what he's done to get that award doesn't make a difference. If you remember, he stole the World Cup trophy, and he didn't play in that fucking game either. No. He just wants to be associated with success. The reason he wants that Nobel Peace Prize, I guarantee you why he wants that so bad is because Obama got it. And he wants to prove he's better than Obama, and he's not.
We all know he's not.
No, not even close. I mean, we're talking a full-grown, reasonable man and a fucking toddler with shitty pants. There's no comparison there. There's none at all. So it's, yeah. Donnie's sinking. You know, people say, well, he keeps winning. He hasn't won shit lately, and he's losing every day. I don't know if you agree with me, any of you, but I think we're looking
15 and 107. So do the math.
Yeah. Well, but I think as a candidate, as a president, as just some person who's in charge, he's far weaker today than he was on January 6, 2021.
Absolutely.
He's a lot weaker than he is now. Absolutely. He's becoming diminished emotionally, mentally, physically, but the support has waned too. Do you guys agree with that?
Absolutely. Let me bring up another point, just like when he had mentioned about when the numbers recently came out talking about the jobs and stuff, and he turned around and fired the analysis because he got mad at her because she didn't cover for him. And he said the only ones he believed is the Wall Street Journal and the Economist. But I'm like, the fucking numbers don't lie.
Right. Well, see, that's the problem. He fires her, then he's going to put somebody else in. One of two things is going to happen. The person he hires is going to do the job and he's going to be pissed off again because it's not going to get better, or the person he hires lies for him. And then that poses all kinds of other problems because the Fed, investors, they count on that accurate information. And if they don't believe that information is accurate, it causes all kinds of other problems.
Hey, because one thing he got to understand, he can't bullshit a bullshitter.
Okay,
True. Trucker, go ahead.
So here's what was missed with the whole numbers thing. And I haven't heard anybody talking about this. Right when that jobs numbers came out, before he even spoke on it, Steve Bannon was out there asking, who's in that position? And why don't we have one of our left wingers and right wingers in that position so we can get the numbers we want? And as soon as he says that, that lady is fired.
Right.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, it's weird because Bannon's been talking shit about Donald Trump with regards to Epstein, but Donald Trump gets all his directions from TV. I mean, hell, as far as his cabinet, as far as his administration, he's hired 23 Fox presenters. That's fucking crazy. I mean, all they do is lie. They've been sued because they lie, and Donald Trump hires them for one reason. They will do whatever he says. They don't care what the outcome is or whether it's wrong or right. But we're noticing some things. Pete Hegseth, this guy is whining so hard he's looking at quitting. Kash Patel is hiding. Dan Bongino is crying every time he's on fucking TV. And Pam Bondi looks like, as my mom would say, she's been ridden hard and put away wet. So these people are going through some things.
They are.
And it's a matter of time before Pam Bondi go to jail.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, people have to remember during the Watergate situation and Richard Nixon, he got pardoned, but his attorney general did go to fucking jail. An attorney general can go to fucking jail. And she might be in line for that very thing, as well as Elon, as well as Hegseth, as well as Bongino. All these people, when this is all over, there's going to be, as Will would say, a reckoning, and there's going to be a lot of investigations and a lot of trials.
Absolutely, absolutely. And and then let me add, Marjorie Taylor Greene, her mind is starting to shift too, because she's starting to realize that the Trump administration, they do not support women. Period.
Yeah.
The thing is that, like, we need to either get him out before he can pardon all these people, or we need to get them on state charges, because if he pardons them, we're screwed.
Yeah, I don't know that he's going to be in a position to do it. He's faltering now, and he's going to be in such a free fall. I don't know that pardoning is going to be an option for him. And there's also state crimes and that sort of thing. But let's be honest.
All he has to do is sign a piece of paper. Like other people, you know what I mean? Other people can just tell him what.
Yeah, I understand that, but in this day and age, pardons and that sort of thing are cheap. What we need to do is use these opportunities once Donald Trump is gone to expose these people. Well, they may get a pardon. They won't get a fucking job. Nobody's going to want to come close to them. So at the very least, we need to expose everybody for who they are and shame them and whatever. If we can prosecute them, good. If not, ruin their lives, their careers, and all that stuff, that's a nice consolation prize.
Period. Yep, they're going to be disbarred. I mean, they should be practicing law.
Yeah.
So, Mike, there's a guy in the comments. He says, "I'm tired, Boomer. I'm running out of hope." Well, let me give him some hope. Just today, in the primaries in Rhode Island, we won that over 55 percentage points. 80% of Rhode Island and Providence, Rhode Island, voted for the Democratic Party, and that's huge.
Right.
And they're primarily Democrat, but to win by 80%, that just tells the story.
That is sick. Wow.
Well, for the gentleman who said he's running out of hope, I will say this. Since 2020, I've been coming out to TikTok and other places every day, listening to everything that's going on, talking shit about everything that's going on. If I still have hope, you should have hope, because I understand what's going on and which way it's trending. And let's be honest, if we don't have hope, what's the fucking point? Go to bed early and just wait for the hammer to slam down. You got to have the hope.
Exactly.
And the thing is, we've gone through bad times in America before. And what generally happens, I heard Robert Reich speaking, a very intelligent guy. He was the Secretary of the Treasury, I think under Obama. He said, history tells us when something like this happens, we come out on the other side and it becomes very progressive. It's kind of like a leveling type of thing, but it goes way left. So once we get through this, and we will get through this, there's maybe some hope that things will not only get better, but they'll get dramatically better.
Yeah, because things has got to get worse first before they can get better. So only thing we could do is do whatever we can, do what we can. And then just like you said a while back, Mike, just worry about what we can do, and anything else, fuck it.
Yeah, that's all we can do, really. That's all we can do. All right, I'm about that time. We're going to wrap things up for the Rational Boomer podcast and this TikTok Live. I want to thank Trucker T, Will, C Temptation, Rebecca, TJ the Plumber, and everybody else that came up. You guys are very important to doing these lives. You make it worth listening to, and I appreciate it immensely. So thank you for taking the time to do that.
And Mr. Mike, can I just do one quick PSA before you leave? And this is to, well, I ain't worried about the panel, but to the ones that's in the chat. Make sure you check me out, See Temptation, the political discussion on YouTube and Instagram, because my goal is my 60th birthday is next month. I want to have at least 1,000 subscribers, so I'm working real hard to try to, come up with content. Come check me out. I'm putting.
Check out See Temptation. And for those of you listening, I want to thank you for taking the time to do that. I hope you have a great day, and we will talk to you again tomorrow.
Have a good night, everybody.
Night, everyone.
Good night.